Gotta gotta keep up on gotta keep up on literature, man. I had someone tell me before you can't get a good job if you don't got good vocabulary.
It's not true.
Wow. No, I mean I kind of believe it.
The president got
Yeah, myth busted, I guess. You can't get a job without good vocabulary. I don't know. Yeah, it's true. You can, these days, I don't know if it matters much anymore. Back in the 90s and the 80s, man, natives had to we had to wear suits, had to grow mustaches. Had to really had to conform. You're a product of the 80s. For the man anyway, for the man. You're a product of the 80s and you haven't updated, You haven't what is it? Remember when you turn on the computer, what does it do? Oh yeah, it does all them updates, right?
Uh-huh.
Turn on a computer and you got 96 updates. Anyway, you could tell someone who has not updated what's going on with this sweater, man.
It's like backwards and inside out.
Now there was a guy. Now okay, I'm gonna hit the brakes on my previous comment. I'm gonna go to this sweater that you're wearing. There was a guy, pretty famous dude, singer, powwow singer. And his thing was sweaters. Sort of like what you're wearing today.
Really?
And he went into this is what I thought. Like the standard singer from the 90s, they were copying like the local or the wave of hip hop dress, the baggy jeans and the construction boots. Maybe I don't know, back then, remember they had them pants. They used to spray paint their pants. I don't know if you remember that. You're on mute. You're on mute. I don't know if you're old enough to remember that. But I think it's spray paint. I don't know. And then you wear your
or did I mute me?
You muted yourself.
Okay.
Did you make popcorn? I can smell popcorn.
Not me.
Let's be here. Anyway, then they wear their hats backwards or sideways. That was the deal, man. But there's one guy, he bucked that tradition, man, and he wear a nice knitted sweater all the time. That's what reminded me of when I seen you with that.
Who was it?
Cable knitted sweater.
Terry St. John's?
No, he was no.
Local? Was he Montana guy? Was he...
Yeah, Montana. God, why can't I think of his name? Harlan, Southern Cree.
Oh, Harlan Baker.
Yeah. He'd always rock a nice little cable knit sweater of some sort.
Nice. Southern
From my
Cree.
memory. Yeah, I had to look back in the YouTube archives, see if that's true. Thought that was pretty good. I mean, drummers, drummers used to have the standard, right? Got to dress nice. Especially them old cats, you know, they'll get their vest on, their little leather vest and their best cowboy hat.
Leather vest.
Yeah. But nowadays, I don't know if that same standard holds true. It's just like a free for all, man.
Yeah. Well, Pat Kennedy, I remember he was always kind of like not dressed up.
Oh yeah, he wears straight up slippers, man. Slippers and sweats.
And a sweat and sweats. Yeah.
Yeah. He had this one kind of neon type of like ski jacket, like windbreaker ski jacket. I remember he used to wear all the time with sweats.
Yeah,
Keeping it real, comfort.
Shred some songs.
Shred, yeah. Just by himself too. By himself, man. That's.
I thought he was Blackfeet, but I guess he's not Blackfeet, huh?
No.
He's Cree?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. I got some pretty good tunes of his on these reel to reels. I have yet to get to, but yeah, some dandy songs. Still live, still songs that are still living today.
Amongst us today.
Still among us. Yeah. Anyway, you know a guy from the 80s who hasn't updated in a while. Still trying to get that job with the local made myself laugh and I didn't even say it. With the local telephone co-op. You might not remember this, but when I was a kid, you had to go to the phone co-op when you can get a telephone line, and you go to the waiting room, and they had these rotary dial phones all sitting out that you could choose from. When you got your line, you get to pick, you know, what kind of phone you want. That was like upscale, man. I thought we was upscale when we got a phone. I was like, man, we get to pick a phone. Anyway, the guy with the suit still trying to conform to the demands of the colonial force. I don't know, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, I'm just going off. I had a lot on my mind. That was one thing I was thinking about. You know the guy, is there a guy where you're from who always wears a suit everywhere?
Yeah, I mean him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy on every res that'll, no matter what, they're gonna wear a suit. Might not be a nice one, but it's a suit. Yeah, anyway. You're getting uncomfortable, so I'm gonna get off.
No, I mean, bro.
That's the way it is, man. It's characters, man.
If you talk about like res, like I've been to like reservations.
Yeah.
But Montana, Wyoming, North, South Dakota, even kind of like Colville kind of has like the same vibe.
Yeah.
You like, and there's the same kind of people.
Oh yeah.
Like the same, it's weird. Like there's those ladies who like smoke all the time and they wear those like Indian print, like native print jackets.
The faux Pendleton.
But they got like weird haircuts, kind of like weird feminine mullets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I can see them. As you're talking about them, I can see them.
Yeah, and there's usually like two of them because they're sisters.
I was just thinking, yeah, there's just two of them. Yeah.
There's two of them, and they're
sister, cousin.
Yeah, and they
auntie cousins.
Like thing. It's like their thing, you know, and they go and
I see,
or whatever. I don't know what it is, but you go to different reses and you see them, and you're kind of like, wow, that's weird. Like I'm all the way over here. And they look like you transplanted them.
Yeah.
When we were going up to see you guys in Vancouver, we flew into Bellingham and drove right from Bellingham. We stopped at, was it Lummi?
Probably.
Yeah. I was just like, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
So we took off over there, and as we're walking out, we kind of walked around the casino and we walked out.
Silver Reef.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we come out and two ladies almost like that just walked in and just like stared us down, you know. Like there was nothing. I opened the door, you know, and we walking out and they stared at us. Didn't one of them say something? Who's that? Or something like one of them said that. Who is that? Yeah, so
that's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So the suits, always kind of a guy with overdressed all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wants to
Overdressed.
lecture you on things, but it's never done anything themselves. This is what you got to do, Aaron. Like, this is what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's those guys.
Yeah. 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 Always.
Then you always got the borrow me guys, you know.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Hey, bro, what you been up to? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. Hey, got $5. You know, they don't care what you've been up to.
Yeah. They gotta trick you with the first question.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Man, I swear, I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back Tuesday.
Yeah.
I get my check on Tuesday. Yeah, I'll pay you back.
I always thought it was funny because I've never gone to the outside of working for the tribe. I've never personally went to the tribal building to pick up a check. Like I never. And it seems like a lot of people. There's always people on the res that are like, "Hey, run me to the tribe. I gotta pick up a check." And I'm like, "What do you get? Like, what are you getting? Like, who's giving you money? You know?" I never.
Can I get some?
I guess I never had them kind of connections or something. Like I never. Hey, run me up. I think they got a check for me up there. Like for you. Like, what did you do? Like, I don't ask those questions, but I'm always like, that's weird. Like, they just made you a check. Like, hey, Shandin, like we made you a check.
Yeah. It's usually like some back pay for some pine cones they collected, or I don't know.
They worked an event.
Yeah.
And they picked up trash or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been there.
I just never understood. And I think tribes are interesting because we're still holding on to checks, you know? Like we're still doing the checks. Like,
oh yeah, man.
Sign your name here, pick up your check. And I'm like, what?
It's a big deal.
A check? A check.
Yeah.
Even the word is weird to me. Check. Check. They got a check for me? Check.
What's weird too is it's not valid until it's signed.
I know, it's like, does my signature have that much power?
Yeah.
Or like, can you? Yeah, we're just waiting on them to come and sign it. And I'm like, really? Like, we all agree here. That's my check. My name's on it. Yeah. The bank's on there. But you're waiting for this guy. No one's even going to show up. They're just going to call and say, yeah, use my stamp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're just waiting for it. We're waiting for this.
Waiting for this signature.
I don't.
And they're usually, they don't care what it is. Yeah, well, I'll sign it, whatever.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Why
take it out of, and they always say stuff like, yeah, we'll just take it from blankety blank.
You know? Yeah. Just pull it out of this account.
You ever have people tell you information like that? Like you're like, I don't even need to know. I don't need to know where you're getting it from. Yeah, Aaron. That check will be ready. We had to move things around. We just took it out of supplemental, and I'm like, I don't even care.
We got that 604 grant, and it's about run out, so we can't pull from there. So I put a call into the program manager over at the Snap or something, and
JOM.
The JOM. They have a little bit of funds for Blue Bay cleanup and asbestos remediation. It's under that Title 64 grant. You're like sitting there, what?
I don't even care, dude.
Sign the check. Sign the check.
Sign the check, man. I don't know. It's kind of like old politics or like old tribal, where like you learn to say stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like you like learn it, and these people who are like career tribal people, they like learn all like the phrasing, so they like just like they're like quick to like JOM, Head Start, HUD, blah. They just like throwing all this stuff out, and you're like, you don't even know like what like I don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing.
Are they on FERC's board? Are they on the FERC board or the CritFic? Are they on the CritFic?
And then they I like how tribal employees like cite their certifications. They're like, yeah, I'm certified in that. I'm certified. I'm like, that's not how it works. It doesn't make you an expert. Yeah, Aaron, you should hire me. You know that I'm certified in that. Like what? Like what? Well, where's this certification? Show my grandma's. I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying. Like these people, exactly like they like learn. They kind of like learn like the the conversation and just kind of, yeah. Oh, and tribal people, or like tribal job searchers, are the only people that say the phrase "put me on." Yeah. Hey, could you put me on?
I like that there's a category of tribal job searchers.
Well, because they're not applying other places.
Yeah.
Like these are the people that just go to the tribe. Like they want a tribal job.
Oh yeah. Put me on that.
I mean, I've seen it at Flathead, I've seen it at Blackfeet, I've seen it everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I see there's this group of people that they only want to work for the tribe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like people, hey, put me on. Like put me on. Like or when somebody says, hey, they're hiring down at whatever, I told them, I gave them your name, and they're like, oh no, I'm waiting for the tribe to put me on.
I got this great job lined up for you down in wherever. No.
Like, okay, so just not have a job now.
The tribal job search.
Oh yeah. Miranda brought up a good point. The other one is having somebody talk for you.
Oh yeah.
Like you know, somebody on council, or you know, like the director, and be like, hey man, could you talk for me, man? Try to get me on. Like it is yeah, like it's the mafia, you know.
Yeah, you just go around the corner and I'm gonna iron it out for you. I'm gonna get you on.
Rules. As a director of a tribal program, I got some rules. These are my line rules.
Yeah.
If you don't want to fill out an application, not hiring you.
Yeah.
Secondly, if your mom or grandmother comes to my office and tries to get you a job, I'm not hiring you. This ain't a joke. I've had moms.
That happens a lot. Huh?
I've had moms come to me and say, hey, my son or my grandson's looking for work, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he's got to come here. Like, he's got to come and talk to me, you know?
Yeah.
And they almost get like offended. You're like, I'm like, no, he's got to try. Sonny Boy's got to try. Sonny Boy, I went to high school with Sonny Boy. And he's not helping.
He knows me. He knows me.
He knows me, and he's just waiting for the tribe to put him on. And then these kind of people have the nerve to like come and talk to you and then ask to be like advisors. Like they don't even know. Man, I could do everything, Aaron. I could do everything. Man, you need like an advisor, or you need someone to go to meetings that you don't want to go to. I could talk to the chairman for you. And I'm like, no, that's not what I need. I need you to take the trash out. I need you to like I don't know, man. Like I don't know.
I need you to fill out the TPR reports.
I need you to not be in my office right now. Yeah.
Okay. That was a good one.
Yeah.
The tribal job searchers. Hey man, listen to this, because you gave it to me.
Okay.
Tell me what you got going on here. Here it goes. Yeah. What you got there?
I don't know who's singing it. I don't know exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, I think we used it before.
We did. I mean, I don't know if we did. We did?
It seems like it. I don't know. It might have been different. But it's just a regular power song. Crows call them hot dance songs.
Hot dance. Yeah.
Hot dance. Yeah. So like
I mean, the song's familiar.
Yeah, what are you showing?
Oh, this is the record I picked up.
What does that say?
1910, Fruitigum County, Indian Giver.
you should change our on our Instagram, change our profile picture to that.
Oh, okay. It's gonna happen, man.
Is it county or Colorado?
Might be Colorado. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let me read the back here. Oh yeah, it does not give me no clues.
Fruit gum.
Fruit gum co. Fruit gum company. I don't know. Fruit gum county. I haven't listened to it yet, but I think I got it for like 99 cents. I said, I'm gonna check this out.
Well, just so the listeners know, the song we were playing did.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, distracted. Yeah, the song.
Well, that's all. I mean, so what most people will. All right, I just realized I was gonna say something that would have caused more confusion.
Okay.
So, the origins of powwow.
Yeah.
Come from the Omaha.
Okay.
Or the Ponca. It's kind of debated, I think.
The modern day powwow, would you say?
The modern day
would that be
like what we know as war dancing or
yeah. So for the non-native listeners, if you go to your local powwow, likely influenced by the Omaha.
So then it kind of spreads west for us coming towards Montana. It comes west.
Yeah.
To like different Sioux tribes, and then they hit out. So then we adopted, and then we in turn, from what I've gathered and kind of what you've gathered, we gave that style of dancing to the Salish.
You did.
Your particular people, yeah.
Well documented.
And all the breadcrumbs point to that, right?
Yeah. Of course, not traditional like war dancing, but a distinction there.
Yeah, the idea of the bustle and like big drum and all that, like that. Yeah. This is what we're talking about.
Particular songs, marking particular moments in the performance of. Yeah.
Yeah, and so some tribes call it the grass dance ceremony, but it's not the grass dance you see at powwows.
Yeah.
It's just called the grass dance. The Crows call it the hot dance.
Yeah.
And you guys just call it war dancing, right?
In the English language, it's been called the war dance.
what is it called?
I've heard it called a couple things, but the more modern version is the swench, like the war dancer, the war dance wench.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard it called what is it? No, I guess no. I'm not. I shouldn't say that because it hasn't necessarily been designated that thing I was thinking of. Just that's what it's been called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Crows separate the ceremony of it, called the daytime dance, Bapasu, and then the hot dance is the social part of it.
Hmm.
Which once you take the hot dance or the grass dance ceremony, and then you apply like the concept of the rodeo.
Yeah.
With like sessions and categories and stuff, you get a power. And anyone who's kind of has a basic concept of both, it makes sense. Anyway, what I'm getting at,
Yeah.
it's just, I was gonna say it's just a regular war dance song or like a grass dance song.
Yeah.
If I said grass dance, people are gonna think of grass dancers. Like, so when you look at the Indian house recordings or powwow recordings and they title the song grass dance song,
Yeah.
they're 99% of the time they're not talking about the category.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
talking about the style of the song it's made.
Yeah.
It's made it, which is grass dance and powwow song are interchangeable. Those
Yeah.
mean the same thing.
Yeah.
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 So for the Crows, we say hot dance, which
Yeah.
is just a grass dance song, which is a powwow song.
Yeah.
So it was really
War dance.
long-winded answer, but anyway, I found that recording. It made me think of because this time of year, where everyone here they have a bunch of hot dances during the winter here. Like, so it's like get together. They had one last night, yesterday.
Yeah.
And
that used to be the norm on back home too, where I was from. Wintertime, they'd get together and do their war dances in somebody's house, you know, tell their deeds, smoke their pipes. There's a little bit of a process, you know.
Yeah. When I first moved to Flathead, they used to have war dance championships right around Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal, man. That was I think it was initially well, I'm not sure, but I know the celebration committees, I don't know if they started it or if they carried it on, but I think it was like somebody might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like the cultural committee that started those things, which is kind of an interesting thing. These cultural committees that we sort of talked about before, but I think that's what it was. These, well, you know, there was like this explosion of cultural centers. I don't know where cultural committees come in that, but I'm sure they were probably formed alongside that. But I guess in like mid to late 60s, that's when you started seeing these tribal museums and cultural centers sort of pop up. It's kind of a weird thing, I think, because you think about a museum and a center as more outward facing, you know, like for tourists or visitors. But some of them, I think their intent was to serve the communities. I don't know. You know, as I'm gonna say it academically, as you've seen the steady erosion of knowledge and tradition. I was gonna go off, but I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about all that, but this is interesting because you're part of this endeavor in a particular way, but somewhat different with tribal historic preservation. Now that comes from what did that start about in the 90s with the national parks or something like that?
Well, for tribal preservation officers,
yeah.
but
yeah.
The Historic Preservation Act was passed a long time ago in the late 60s or 70s.
Oh, okay. And tribal historic preservation.
Yeah, and the function of tribal historic preservations officers, it wasn't. I mean, it was born out of course, Indian ideas and like the
Yeah.
concepts and tribal people wanting to have a voice
Yeah.
in federal undertakings. But it was already a function in the state level.
Yeah.
So like the state historic preservation offices. So
Yeah.
it's not like it wasn't like a this is what the tribes wanted, so we created this. It was like it was the law was designed really to like preserve buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a little different. I kind of think like the culture committee thing and all of that was really born out of funding that was kind of attached to the civil rights movement.
Oh, right. Sort of like
Right.
a
And I
like
mean, there's all kinds of Indian education dollars. And of
yeah.
course, this civil rights started right around the time of self determination in the 50s, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
tribal Indian self determination. And then it moves into, I mean, really, I guess you could say to the early 70s, but I think people kind of mark the late 60s as.
Yeah. It sounds like a history of Indians in the US class.
Yeah, which I've taught quite a few times. But so that's what I think. I think it was a way to like regulate. The intention was good, right?
Yeah.
To like make sure things were authentic, like knowledge was authentic, and it was like.
Yeah.
But it's weird because when you create culture committees with tribes that are still strong, right?
Yeah.
In the 60s
Yeah.
in Montana, there was for the most part, every tribe in Montana was doing all right, right?
Yeah.
Culturally.
Yeah.
Not long after that, though it changes, but
Yeah.
instead of it being a movement, part of a movement to like preserve culture and to make sure it's shared and perpetuated with your
Yeah.
people, it almost seems like it became like it created this weird form of gatekeeping, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm talking out of turn, but I think most people our age would agree with that. That culture committees were not often entities we could go to seek knowledge, but really it felt like it was like they were the high priest, you know, and you weren't allowed.
Yeah.
Only the chosen few were allowed. And
Yeah. 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 I think the interesting thing about all that is, you know, if you think about it, like if I was to say, formulate an argument against or to advocate for a method of learning that responded to sort of how communities are constructed, it'll be sort of an authentic manner of doing that. You wouldn't need a building, you wouldn't need books, you wouldn't need to distribute tapes or other paraphernalia around the community to try to help and foster this learning of tradition. It would happen, or it ought to happen, as it does naturally. The transmission from community member to community member, whether it's generational, interfamily, or whatever have you. But I think some of these centers or committees, whatever, what have you, has sort of stepped in to be the mediator and or, as like you said, the gatekeeper of that process. Now, this is the thing. If I was to argue, now go ahead. You had something to say
no,
there.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I would argue, I guess, in the case of the museum, culture committee, tribal center, that that they're not stopping that from happening. They're not going out in the community and say, "Hey, you can't do that. You can't do that." Just letting it happen. I mean, by me saying letting it happen, kind of spoils my whole argument. But they can't intercede. They can't intercede in the natural progression of the evolution of how tradition and custom change.
Yeah. Not, I mean, they're not. I don't know, because I think that we're at a point too where these culture committees don't have to.
Yeah.
They do. I do think they control a lot of things,
Yeah. Well,
Is that what you're arguing for or against? I don't know.
well, I threw two arguments. I countered myself. I was pulling like multiple personality and I argued with
Okay, well,
myself.
what about this? What about
Yeah.
this? Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have the concept of culture committees, right?
Yeah.
And what the original plan was. Well, then
Okay.
over time they just become positions. They're kind of like they create like its own form of sodality, right?
Yeah.
Within the tribe.
Yeah.
Now it's just a thing. So to be appointed to the culture committee now is a form of prestige, right?
Yeah.
It's a thing like people say, I'm on the culture committee.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
I think most tribes would agree that regardless of who's on the culture committee, that doesn't necessarily mean they're even cultural, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So beside that, so let's just argue that some culture committees may have not done their job, some did.
Yeah.
So then now the curriculum starts to get developed for schools, and a lot of that is being funneled through these culture committees, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So then you have like this official narrative, the official narrative of your tribe, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's creation, migration, origin stuff, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Music, song, and dance.
Yeah.
Very oftentimes not like deep religious stuff, but it's usually kind of like counting to 10 and learning the animals and colors,
Yeah.
So you got all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you really think about like, and maybe it started around your age to my age, so the mid 80s.
Yeah.
Now we're a generation of people now that could, but some of us did, some of us didn't. But it's possible that all of our cultural knowledge was gained from those programs.
Right.
These kind of like after school programs, these camps, culture camps, our language bilingual program, and all that, right? Because if you're not getting it at home, you're getting it there. So you're learning how to sing at a youth group thing or whatever, right? It's very possible. I'm speaking real general.
Sure.
Because every res is a little bit different, but so now you have like young people. We're kind of like the second generation. There's two generations now. So now there's kids who were completely 100% ingrained and taught culture through that concept, through the after school Indian education for all, bilingual program, even though it's not language, school language programs, all that. The culture of their people is learned through that.
Yeah.
My question then is, I don't want to sound like a gatekeeper.
Just do it.
But is that legitimate? Or is it dangerous? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it scary? Is it nerve-wracking? Like what is, tell me what you
Well, yeah. So if you think about like what I said, like, so if you buy into this idea that these centers were developed to stave off the steady erosion of knowledge in the form of many things like language loss, tradition, those things make sense, right? So language loss, that it seems like that's not, for I guess from my experience, like there hasn't been like a grassroots movement that's seen a lot of success. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I better not say that because maybe I'm not wrong. So,
well, no, say it. Maybe somebody
okay, maybe somebody will correct me. Yeah. It seems like it's all been facilitated via some tribal government or entity thing. School districts, cultural centers, tribal programs. There's probably the few individuals out there who self-studied and just did it on their own, but probably was supplemented or assisted or held up by these programs. When you start getting in, but this is the thing. This is where I think I can start answering your question about like things get, I don't know. I have maybe some issue with it. So language. some people say, oh, that's without the language, you don't have your culture. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, you said it on these episodes before that you never lose your culture. You always have 100% of it. It's just the pieces of it may have changed. So language loss, I mean, anybody can learn what they just give it their all and they can learn a language of a people, even of their own. But by learning that language, I don't think that necessarily gives them the acquisition of custom and tradition, which is probably I wouldn't say more important, but a pretty important component. So if these centers then or these museums or whatever or cultural committees then start becoming sort of the facilitator of tradition, then I think this is where it gets something feels wrong about it. So I'll break down tradition and custom in a couple different ways. So if you think about like skill based tradition and custom, that's like uh the thing that everybody sees, the beading, the weaving, the crafting of things. Um, I don't know, like the outward expression of things, the outfit making, all those. I mean, I don't see a huge problem with that. It's when you get into like the ceremonial based skills, then it seems to start to infringe on something that maybe shouldn't be infringed upon. But I guess it depends on that thing you said. It depends on who is running these things. Now, if it's people who are practitioners, then yeah, that makes total sense. But if they're not practitioners, then it seems to be uh, uh, like them as gatekeepers of these things or facilitators of these things. It don't make sense because they might not have a grasp of the need of those things. Then they can do harm, I guess, in a way. Am I making myself clear, or no? Give me something.
I mean, yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
But I think you're starting to go back to like the committee itself, the knowledge holders.
Yeah.
That's a weird word. I'm talking more. I want to know more about the learner.
Oh, the learner.
What the
Oh,
learner
yeah. Okay.
getting out
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. So I think the learner.
The way they're acquiring the knowledge, is that safe? Is it like authentic? Is it good? Is it bad? Are you indifferent? What? Tell me.
I think it's good for the categories I talked about: language, skill-based tradition.
Oh, okay.
I think that stuff's safe. It seems safe. But when you talk about ceremonialism, spiritualism,
oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem safe. However, it could be depending on who is in the position of those entities.
Yeah.
Like there's people you trust. Like on your res, my res, there's people I say, okay, yeah, if they were to tell me something about this ceremonialism, there had to be a certain person that I would trust to do that. And that I would trust to send someone to them and say, yeah, go to this culture committee and talk to this person because they know. Don't just go to the culture committee in general, unless you want to learn about how to make a fish weir or learn some learn some word lists about colors and those kind of things. Yeah, go do that. That's safe. That's safe stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, and what brought this up is because we're like in the middle ground, guys like you and me, where we have access to pretty knowledgeable people,
right?
Practitioners, even non-practitioners that hold a lot of knowledge, because that's a real thing, right?
It is, yeah.
And I would like to think there's value in all of that. So I still go to those kind of people, but I'm always trying to like implement stuff into my life or into how my kids do things or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it also means that our distance between younger people, and by younger people, I mean like people 35 and younger or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes those people feel more comfortable talking to guys like us or to my sister or whatever, right? They don't want to go jump straight to the other people. And so and there's this new thing happening in culture that I don't think existed, where people, and I'm not the only one, they're all over on every res, but you become this like weird between cultural people and non-cultural people.
Yeah.
And then your job is to try to make it palatable for both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes cultural people, hardcore practitioners, they're very like impatient with some things.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're like, there's a frustration with them.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, the cultural work ethic doesn't exist amongst a lot of young people. So they don't want to put the time in.
Yeah.
So then you end up becoming this weird go-between. So how do you teach culture to people who aren't practicing, but at the same time you're trying to learn stuff, and then you're also trying to make it accessible to these people. So you're trying to like bring these two things together. But what I've noticed because of my exposure to that group, whether it's nieces, nephews, and all this stuff of mine, I'm noticing that a lot of them had learned like in school, right? They come from school, and we all learned in school. Like I've definitely learned stuff in school, but because of how accessible cultural knowledge is in school, meaning it's for everybody. You as a student go to the teacher, say, I want to learn this. In some ways, that teacher is obligated to teach you. Right. You go to an evening language class, those people, it's designed to be accessible.
Yeah.
You go to a singing class, a stick game thing, or whatever. It's all right there for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody who's a practitioner of culture knows that that's not actually how it works. Like if you want to learn something, there's a lot of like sitting there and watching.
Yeah.
It's not for you right away. Like you don't have any say in what's going on right here. Your job is to sit there and be quiet.
Yeah.
Right. But because you've already taken 5 ribbon skirt classes and you've already taken like I'm on the 7th level of our language class. I'm the stick game captain. I'm the whatever, right? I'm the drum circle coach or whatever.
The drum circle.
so you're these are positions that are manufactured in a non-cultural setting.
Yeah.
They're arbitrary.
Yeah.
So when you enter into the authentic tribal world, and you're not taking the evening adult second or language learners class, and you're in there, everything you've gained prior to that socially doesn't mean a lot.
Yeah.
The effort means something to people.
Yeah.
It's appreciated, but where you sit,
like
literally, like in some of these things, like when you walk in and where you get to sit, is really predicated on your proximity to these practitioners, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whether that's a formal system or an informal system.
Yeah.
And we talked about this with singing one time on the podcast where I said, there's no formal rules about where you sit at the drum.
Yeah.
But any singer knows there's rules.
Yeah.
There's unofficial rules, right? Like I'm not the lead singer. I'm not going to sit right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
facing the arena.
Yep. Some drums are way more relaxed. Some are real strict, but we all know that there's like rules. There's like hardcore rules, right?
Yeah.
So I would say everything's like that. It's not formalized. But it's there, right?
Yeah.
So my question, or what I'm trying to get at is like these young people. And again, when I say young people, I even consider myself in that category.
Okay.
The way that we've learned or have access to learned through these programs allows us free reign over them. We have access to all this stuff. right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we get into these hardcore, like now we're in the tribal stuff. We're no longer part of the Star Quilt class. Like we're not part of that. We're not like
You're
now
not gonna
you're
get
in
a
it.
certificate.
And then now what happens is we're putting these leaders of these ceremonies and social customs, right?
Yeah.
We're putting them in bad positions because now they're saying, if I say no, you can't do this, they quit coming around.
Yeah. Oh,
because everything until that point they've had access to it. Because sometimes the language teacher is the guy who's running the show on this other aspect of things, right?
Yeah.
So in that young learner's mind, they're like, oh, I know those people. I take their class. They're super cool. And then they get there and realize, you got no say here. You got to sit over here. You can't come and sit by me like you do in class. Like it's not, like these positions are reserved for these people, right?
Yeah.
Sponsors, whatever. It's all different, right? But
Yeah.
I'm learning that like this weird system we've created,
Yeah.
no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
No one's talking about like it's created its own form of social structure.
Yeah.
And me as an anthropologist would say that's a legitimate observation of a tribe, is to say that here's this original system and how you gain knowledge and how you use it and all that is now being pushed aside by this weird trumped up I don't even know, like it's real. It's like very real.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, this is odd, right?
Yeah.
So now we're in positions where these cultural leaders have to make decisions and say, normally you had culturally astute people show up to these doings. They knew exactly where they needed to be, where they needed to sit, what was permissible, what was it. So there was a lot less like scolding happening.
Yeah.
We're like, now they'll say, that guy's an a-hole, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, is he an a-hole or do we just not know anything? But we act like we do because we all grew up in these free culture classes and horse shit, you know? And so now we're all just kind of these arrogant, like, we know everything. And I'm one of them, you know?
Oh man.
So that's my question is like, do you see that with the tribal people you've worked for and with? Do you see similar things, or am I just crazy?
No, I can see that. And it so okay. Let's see how do I put, so it's very much what you said, right? And if you look at it from an outside observer, um and you look at the availability of cultural programming in the tribe, and certain people are selected to do those, to fill those roles, you know those people. Yet there's a set of people that always are putting on the arts and crafts, the I don't know what else there is. I can't think of anything like arts and crafts, the language learning. There's people who do that, and those people may or may not be involved in the next level of expressions of tradition. They do those things, those classes, and the younger people who see that, like you said, they might get a bit blurred between what practicing of culture is, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe that idea of how to aspire to be a functioning practitioner of your tradition and customs might have this twisted view about what that is. So one might think, well, if I'm a practitioner, I ought to be putting on classes. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
I should be doing sessions.
One of them people at one time. Like,
I should be teaching drumming and singing at the college, or I should be teaching drumming and singing at the community center. then that all of a sudden, and that can be sort of self-perpetuating like this, I don't know what they call it, like this misconception, self-perpetuating misconception that okay, that's what you think, so then that's what I'm going to do. So they're not really doing, I don't know. It's like when one of my kids, I'm trying to tell my kids about this thing about ceremonialism. It doesn't start and it doesn't end, in like a 4 or 5 day or 8 day thing. So that's a year-round thing. It might happen and span over 4 or 8 days, but everyone who's practiced that thing, who's deeply involved in it, that they're doing that thing year-round. They're preparing. As soon as it's over, it's not over. There's a lot of things that got to be done to finish it all.
Yeah.
And then through the year, there's a lot of things you do to prepare for the next year. And these aren't, these can be any number of things. So I think when, just the same way people throw around the word ceremony, I can see how like that idea of the practitioner can also sort of be misconstrued in that way. Ceremonialism, a ceremonial way, if it doesn't involve some degree of suffering and financial burden, it's probably not. It's probably not a ceremonial thing. I mean, quite honestly, that it's a burden. It really is a burden. Not in a way that we think of, like a debt. Where we're begrudgingly paying in, but we do it for a reason. It's not quite a burden in a particular way that you might think of it.
I mean, sometimes it can be.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Yeah. Of course. But yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. So then everyone who wants to be a cultural practitioner, well, they're going to go become a language teacher. When, I mean, that's okay. We need that. But man, we also need other things too,
We don't need singers.
Yeah, we need singers and not people just to put on sessions on how to sing. We need people to know songs, know how they're used, to be gifted more songs and those kind of things. Yeah, it just gets put in this weird inauthentic environment.
And it seems like we're there, right? We're like, okay, so we all know that your people have like legitimate ceremonies that are still practiced.
Yeah.
We know these exist. And when you think about the amount of people who participate in those things, it's a fairly small number in consideration to what else is going on, right?
Yeah.
But you go to the Salish conference, and it's like gigantic, right?
Yeah.
So this idea of like this environment that, although it's positive, and that's the thing too, is I'm not against it. Like I'm not against it. I guess I'm curious because I notice like young people that come from that environment, the way they learn, it no longer feels like native.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you deal with it, right?
Yeah.
And
oh man, yeah. That goes back to I don't know.
I mean, John would be a good person to talk to about this because not only is his people kind of going through some level of renaissance and culture, but I think he deals with this a lot, where he's dealing, I'm just guessing. Kind of. I mean, I have some insight, but I am guessing, mostly guessing. But he's been on the podcast before. But these people who are on the front lines of cultural education.
Yeah.
And then they're also the ceremonial leaders.
Yeah.
And like for me, I'm not a ceremonial leader. You know what I mean? And I'm not involved in cultural education.
Right.
I combat the federal government on culture loss is basically what I do. So my job, So guys like that, it'd be interesting to know, like, because they're dealing with the young people, so they probably also know like the turnover rate, like when they see young people start and they're kind of hot into it, they're on fire, and then dwindle out. And I guess, so we're talking about people, the cultural people being created from those programs, but also when the retention is pretty low. So it makes me wonder why they dwindle out.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's the same reason that I'm arguing what I don't like about these programs is it seems unnatural. So like these people are learning culture, like eventually it's just a grind, like you're grinding gears, and you're like, well, and the cop out is we always say, well, culture is hard. You have to put time in. And it's like, well, yeah, I get that, but it also shouldn't feel like geometry, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, here, sit down, this is cultural learning time.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, and it's just been on my mind lately because it's something that gets brought up all the time, and then I hear these young people talk about culture, and we're put in positions to listen because that's the respectful thing to do. We try to listen, but I'm like, I'm an asshole by heart, right? So my mind wants me to say, like, you're doing it wrong. Like, you're just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you're incorrect.
Yeah.
Like, what you just said to me is incorrect. But it's like, you're not allowed to say that. You have to be, like, encouraging.
Well, you're not wrong, but you're not right.
You're not wrong. But you're not at all right. And so that's, I don't know.
But no question is stupid.
Yeah, no question is stupid. So then I've heard people come back and say, now I'm ranting now, but I've heard people come back and say stuff like this to me where they're like, well, as long as they have a good heart.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
the good heart,
that has nothing to do with it right now. They're doing it wrong. It doesn't matter if their heart is good. It's incorrect.
Somebody, right?
Okay, like you don't go up to a ball player and start shooting the ball and you're just bricking it. And that coach says, hey, you're shooting wrong. And then you don't say, well, my heart's good. Like, I got a good heart. So it's gonna happen for me, you know? Like, no, dude, it's wrong. Like, I don't get it when people, like, they jump in the swimming pool, they can't swim. And we just say, hold up.
He's got a good heart.
He's got a good heart. Like, he's gonna figure this out. Donald is gonna figure it out. And it's like, no. Donald is now answering heavenly questions for us. We're eating potato salad for Donald because we let Donald drown because he had a good heart.
Oh, man.
So that's my point. It's like, I get it. Yes, the effort is sincere.
Yeah.
I'm not criticizing anyone's effort. I'm not criticizing, but I also know, like, okay, for example, UFC, right?
Yeah.
When it first started, it was literally a commercial for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Yeah.
And you had this skinny guy, Hoist Gracie.
Yeah.
And you had these professionals and experts in their martial arts go up against him.
Yeah.
Skinny guy takes him down, chokes him out. It's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
There's no lying. There's no more like, well, he had a good heart. There's no more like, well, he tried. Sometimes you're just wrong. And just because you put all that effort into learning it, doesn't mean you learned it right. It doesn't mean that you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Those kung fu guys, them karate guys that got choked by a guy wearing pajamas had a real, like, come to Jesus moment and said, well, what did I do with my whole life? I've dedicated my whole life to this martial art. And this guy who's not even Asian.
I got a black belt. I have a black belt.
I have a black, my belt is the blackest.
It's his mini stripes on it.
Mini stripes. It's the blackest belt you could find.
I've memorized mini Kenpo poses,
forms, and kata. So they learned all this, and then they get choked out, and then they realize, like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
So that's my point. Like sometimes because you've done something a long time, just because you were taught something like that, it doesn't make it right. And it's okay to say, like, you know what? This system, although it is a system we have, doesn't mean it's the right system.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why we keep going back to that well, thinking this is going to be our savior for culture. Like I don't get it, because what it's producing, there's no doubt on the Flathead Reservation, there's more people now who can count in Salish than there was in 1995.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's fact.
Fact.
Yeah.
But there's also far more culturally entitled people now than there has ever been.
Oh, yeah. Fact.
And I witnessed it. I witnessed that change, that progression happen.
Man.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm starting to see it here.
And
then I'm like, and I might even be a product of it. I don't know yet. The study's still out. The jury is still out. I think there's definitely aspects of my cultural growth that have that in it. There's elements to that.
Yeah.
But I think even like singing, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I started singing, I really started singing here. And I was just fresh out of high school, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like ashamed of it. So I kind of kept it to myself. I'd like sing in the car, and like me and my buddy, we'd try to like learn how to sing. So the coming out of the gate was here.
Yeah.
But when I got to Flathead, there were singing classes, right?
Yeah.
So right away I take one.
Yeah.
And really the structure of singing I learned here, but the confidence of singing and the application of singing, I learned from that class. I learned a lot from that class.
Yeah.
But eventually I said to myself, I got to put the class down, and then I got to do it. I got to go and sing.
Yeah.
And so my singing education really began after that. I think this just gave me like the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Like it just gave me that, like, okay, it's okay to do it. I shouldn't be ashamed of wanting to learn this. Then I went out and I learned, and then I think that's where them classes can be good.
Yeah.
They can provide those, and they can become like networks for non-cultural people and cultural people. Yeah. But these cultural learners should know from these classes that maybe it should be said right away.
Yeah.
What you learn in this class, like you're going to learn the basics.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you any entitlement.
Yeah.
In these other aspects, you have to learn those things. Like you have to put in your time, you have to get the knowledge, and you gain the knowledge this way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not bringing those people to the classroom and you get full access to them, because that's not how you should learn that. You should learn that by either participation, observation, or going to them and visiting with them. Like those kinds of things. But I don't think teachers say that. I think they just kind of like talk about animals and seasons and clouds.
Well, I think probably one of the problems is that a lot of it's driven by grant or program money, and people who have a particular skill, they want to make a few bucks, and just the practicality of things and the pragmatic nature of tribal folks is you're going to try to maximize your time and the amount of money you're going to get. Not saying that in a bad way, but I don't know.
I'll ask you like a confrontational question.
Let's do it.
Amongst your people traditionally, can women sit at the big drum and sing?
It was never no, it was not a thing. Because it come from that big drum come from the east.
Well, for all of us, it came from the east. But yes or no, can they sit at the big drum and sing?
Can they?
Are they allowed to?
Now?
No.
No.
Just traditionally. Well, it's been with your people for 150 years.
No, it was not. I mean, I didn't. So I'd never heard anyone say that women cannot sit at the drum. But I know as sort of it was probably just, I wouldn't even say it was an unspoken rule. It was just the natural division of sort of social norms. And
yeah. Well, it's considered a man thing.
Yeah, the singing on the drum was a man thing, and then the women sing in the back.
Yeah.
It wasn't made into be like an issue. I don't, as far as I know, it was not an issue. It's not like
you're already defending yourself. You don't need to do
well,
that.
I mean, okay, yeah. So no, yeah, it wasn't a thing.
No, it doesn't seem to be the norm.
No.
Okay.
In the past, it was not a norm.
Right, because I think the origin of that big drum comes from a ceremony, and this particular ceremony involves the men. That's why I think it comes from.
Yeah.
These practices are also adopted with certain things, right?
Yeah.
Now, like, if you were to tell a young people that, because they all learn from singing in school where everyone's allowed to sing, but now you say, hey, you can't. If you were to come to Crow, there can't be an all-women drum group. Like, they're not going to even, I don't even think they would even ask them to sing. They'd skip them probably.
Yeah.
And now you're forcing those cultural people to negotiate what to do if those women come and sit at a drum, right?
Right.
When really it's like, well, maybe we should have explained to those people that this can happen in different places. You have to know where you're going and who you're participating in things with.
Right.
So now we've made the cultural people bad guys. Right? Because what if someone has to go over there and said, hey, you can't.
Yeah.
We don't do that here, you know?
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
Hand drums, like, it's not typical for Crow women to like handle drumsticks and hand drums and the big drum, different things like that. Now, with permission, anyone can, right? Sure. Like the owner of that thing could say, "Oh, can you grab that for me?" And like it's okay in that situation, right?
Yeah.
But people have a hard time with those rules because I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Because of that setting that's being created in these school programs.
Yeah.
Where it's available for everybody. Does that, or am I just harping on something stupid?
No, I think you're making a lot of sense. It's like what I was thinking about when you're talking about that, you know, there's like classes to make moccasins, you know, and that's a good thing to know and to learn how to do, but if you're just making them to traipse around the house, and I don't know, I guess that's still good, but I don't know. Like it has to fit a function. It has to fit into a larger need of tradition that happens. Otherwise, it just becomes this little piece, that doesn't fit anywhere. And like you said, eventually you get tired. You don't want to go to the moccasin making class because you already have 10 pair and you don't do nothing with them.
Yeah. So you just create a Facebook page and Shandin's moccasins. Art by Shandin, you know.
Yeah. So it's the same with sort of like the same with singing, I guess. You know, you could take a person and send them to the singing class, but if they never, take it upon themselves to, like you said, like what you were saying, if you never take it upon yourself to take that next step and go use your skill in a setting that it's needed, then I don't know, you're just always singing in an old library or the old weight room or something, but you never making use of it in a particular way.
Yeah, so I actually, it made me think of something interesting. So there around here, there's a belief that you have to own the right to make hand drums.
Yeah.
So if you want a hand drum, you go to a person who owns the right to make a hand drum, and they'll make you a drum. Or if you want to make drums, you'll go to a person who has that right, and they'll either share that right with you or they'll give you their right or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, I had heard of a scenario where they had asked one of these guys to show some kids at the college how to make hand drums.
They
had a grant for an after school thing.
Yeah.
So they go and he's like, yeah, I can show him how to make hand drums.
Yeah.
He didn't think nothing of it, right? So then he's like, makes hand drums.
Yeah.
He's like, here, you guys tie your hand drum, and he's showing him how to do it. And it's his way, the way that was given to him, right?
Yeah.
Well, then not long after that, a particular student started making hand drums. And then he said, hey, you can't do that. And he's like, well, you showed us how to make hand drums. I said, I showed you how to make your hand drum. You want to make hand drums, you have to, you're using my way of making hand drums.
Yeah.
You have to acquire that from me.
Yeah.
And there's a way to do that, right?
Yeah.
So then he was like all offended. And then I don't know if he makes hand drums now or not, but in that particular setting, it created this weird thing where we never had to negotiate that before.
Yeah. Just like I suppose, just like women sitting at the drum, you know. That that idea is you know, it's different across different communities today because I don't know, it's not ceremonial anymore. So I imagine I don't know. I mean, each tribe had a different evolution of that.
And how they acquired it might be different.
Yeah. So that and it makes it a strange thing when I guess there's this assumption when you're going to a different place that you can carry that with you to another tribe. Yeah, that's like a whole nother discussion, man.
It is. So in my hand drum scenario, who's in the wrong? Who's in the wrong?
It's the guy who's making the hand drums. He should
Ultimately, it is, right?
Yeah, he should have been pretty clear about when he accepted the offer. He said, "Yeah, I'll do this, but this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to say it, and this is sort of the outcome."
Yeah,
but like I said, there's pressure in that because it's some monetary. He gets a monetary gain. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
So there's a few wrongs in there, right? Because now this kid put in a position where he's like, "Oh, I learned a new skill. I'm going to do this," and then now this guy comes up to him and says, "Hey, you can't do that." Now this young guy's discouraged. Yeah. This other guy's frustrated because he was put in a position like that, but ultimately he didn't communicate clearly about how that process should be.
Yeah.
When really all you had to say was like, if you buy all the stuff and you give me regular work hours for teaching it, and then you have each participant of the class bring their 4 gifts that they're required.
Yeah.
Because it's a social thing, it's not a ceremonial right. They can just use my right, you know? They're paying for it.
Yeah.
Who bought the material? It's almost like the school's the sponsor of that.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a way to do that. And crows are real formal when it comes to that system of like gift giving but I don't think every tribe is like that, but I do think there is some system. There's an existing system on how you gain knowledge and even how you use that knowledge. So,
well, that's, I guess, you know, it might be part ignorance too. Maybe this gentleman just assumed everybody knew. You know, he doesn't know that people don't know.
Yeah,
like there's an assumption that you ought to know.
Real, that's almost common, right? With like hardcore traditional people, they kind of just assume everyone's knowledge is about the same as theirs. Or comparable, you know?
Yeah. So in that case, it's almost like the school is doing this predatory action, you know, to reel in some old guy and, you know, don't tell him. Well, it's their lack of knowledge of your tribe's customs to go ahead and do that without understanding the implications too.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's not the student. Well,
no,
it could be the student.
But it could be.
It could be their parents for not.
I think the point of it, though.
Everybody's to blame. Damn it.
Well, yeah, everyone's to blame
Yeah.
because it's culture. It belongs to everyone, not to
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnny Handrum, you know? And it's like, that's my point, is that
a lot of errors, like you said.
everything we just described in this little rabbit hole we went down is my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
We've now created a weird culture
Yeah.
that I'm not sure if it's ultimately good for us.
Yeah. It seems good, right? Like when I think about it, people need to know how to make moccasins.
Yep, it seems good.
They need to know how to make that. But they should also know how to tan the hide.
Yes.
And they should also know how to ethically take care of this animal that they're shooting to be able to tan the hide.
And then how much responsibility is the class for?
Yeah.
With you? At what point do you have to go and seek that knowledge yourself?
Yeah.
Maybe the class is just to be used for springboards. The cultural program is just for springboards. It's not. You can't just go to the language school and just learn how to count and do all that stuff. Then you go home and then you're back to being whatever. There's a way to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what all that is. I don't know any of that.
Either,
but all I do know is that I've noticed it's now created this weird little culture amongst our people that is almost bigger, if not, it is bigger than the practitioners' culture.
Yeah.
There's by far more people.
Yeah. There's
doing other things, you know?
Yeah. There's a whole circuit of folks who, I mean, they benefit from it. Them, more power to them, you know. They ought to use their skill to try to help their income and all that. But yeah,
that's definitely a part of being native too. Like you learn something, and we should be compensating people for teaching, and like we should. But I don't know how to. I guess I don't know how to deal with it.
That's depressing,
it's been
man.
This weird little like thing in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even in the back of my mind. Miranda might tell you it's in the front because I'm like always
yakking about it.
Bitching about it.
Well, okay. Well, what if you could change? I mean, what would be one thing that'd be the positive step forward to changing that?
Just to use these classrooms or the initial reach out, like text messaging and all that, as the springboard.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind answering questions from people on text and all that.
Yeah.
But I noticed I started giving in to the system by saying, this is the only way they're going to listen to me. I literally even said that the other day. She was like, why don't you just call them? And I'm like, because I know they're going to listen if I text it. Right.
That's weird.
And I'm like, I gave into it. Right.
Yeah. It's weird. Huh?
So I'm like, well, I didn't get to do that. Like I had to go and sit and talk or go in the sweat with these guys or like do all kinds of stuff and chase them down, literally meet them at places and take them to lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also, the most learning I've ever done culturally is by sitting there and keeping my mouth closed.
Yeah.
And that's hard. If anyone knows me, that's like really hard to do.
Yeah. Pick up a broom, start sweeping something.
It's like the hardest thing to
do. Pick up that garbage that's sitting around.
I talk so much.
Yeah, man.
Like so much, man.
Oh, I know.
It's unreal.
It's weird when you're silent. It's like you got something wrong with you, you know? Somebody made you mad.
It's like I'm not.
Like, dude.
I don't feel mad sometimes. I don't feel upset. And I'm just sitting there like quiet. Like people are like,
what the hell's wrong with you? Hungry?
I think you broke Aaron. Or Aaron is broke.
I think Aaron's having a seizure.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that when people say, if you had a magic wand, what would you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You could do it all over again, would you? And I'm like, no, because I would just make the same bad decisions. You'd have to take this brain out of my head.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Like, I don't know. So I'm thinking about this next step, you know. I don't think yours is a good one. I don't like it. I think there's a better one brewing in that head of yours.
I mean,
What
there's
would you
probably a
do?
lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would formalize the system. I would formalize it.
Ooh. Go ahead, keep going. It's the word formalizes. It brings challenges. Go ahead. What?
Well, the reason I would do it is because the way people are wanting to learn is a product of the very education system we're bitching about, right?
Yeah. Yes, agreed.
So that's hard to undo. That's going to take 100 years to undo.
Yeah.
So the only way to do that is to just be honest in our curriculum.
Yeah.
And I notice because of grant funding, we have to be inclusive in all these things. But I think we just haven't met. We haven't had or have had very, very few culturally competent and astute educators yet. People that know both sides fully.
Very few. Very few.
So when we go to this side of the realm to develop the curriculum for and I'm using this like real general because it's not always schools, right? It's like even tribal programs and youth groups, even
curriculum
even
broadly,
right? Like yep. So this idea, like how we develop that curriculum, we're just married to that system. We just have to divorce that system and or even literally the verbiage, right? We still just use that same verbiage, like the 4 R's of culture or like whatever these things are. Like, why are we still doing this thing? Like we can make it what we want to make it.
Yeah.
And
the
we
proved that. 4-quadrant system.
Well, when we wrote that grant to harp on old stuff, it was really a challenge of that, right? Like we don't have to say the same stuff everyone says.
Yeah.
We don't have to. They either accept it or they don't.
Yeah.
And we just keep fishing it until somebody accepts it.
Yeah.
And I was part of this program where we recorded a battlefield, and there's a thing that that's used to record battlefields called COCOA. It's an acronym. Like observation. Well, I can't remember all these things, right?
COCOA.
So in COCOA, cacao. Each letter means something, right?
Yeah.
So all we did is like, well, why are we if we choose to follow their definitions, then it's gonna make it real hard for like. Because the study was on spiritual landscape as a battlefield strategy. That was the thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's just rewrite each of those, the K, the O, the whatever, right? To fit what we're doing. And it was that simple. Like it wasn't magic. And they were like, this is brilliant. This is what we're going to do. So I'm like, well, why don't we do this with everything else? So that's my point. Like, we can change that system if we're willing to challenge ourselves in it.
Yeah. That's us included, man.
Yeah, like outside of this podcast, what the hell have we done?
We did a lot of complaining.
We just complain. This podcast is like a wish list of bitching.
Yeah.
But I love it. I look forward to doing it.
What did the new acronym spell?
It was still COCOA.
Oh, you just okay.
You just changed the.
Well, there's your first failure. Should have spelled something cool like tiger.
Well, we had to use COCOA like it was part of the things. It's like it's stupid. It's stupid on their part. It's stupid on our part. It's all stupid, but it was simple.
Yeah.
It was really like a day. It was like a half a day to change those things. And then they were like, we'll get it. You're funded. Your grant's funded, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, the indirect was like 27%. So it was pointless anyway.
Yeah.
We could fill up. Yeah.
I think that's one of the problems currently is everything counts on dollars. And those dollars are tied to tribal, federal, or state mandates or requirements. So you got to like colonize them up to get the funding a little bit, you know? I don't know.
I mean, do you though?
I know. No, you don't have to. But
that's my point.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. But that's some people's opinion. That's some people's opinion.
You should be doing it. You should be doing it for the love of it. As long as you have a good heart. Yeah, go to hell with your heart. I'm just kidding. I just get frustrated with like this weird reinterpretation of our culture by Indian people. It's not even white people doing it anymore.
No.
So it's like we're still fighting this battle. Like, what these white people come here and they change the narrative, and I'm like, how often do you actually see white people come to the res? It's pretty rare nowadays.
Yeah.
It's these knotheads. It's our own people that are like taking stuff and changing it, and then we see them on PBS and we see them on documentaries, and it's like
getting an award.
Yeah, dude, like
getting an award.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You know.
Yeah.
I'm getting fired up now.
You are. You're getting sweaty in that sweater. He's starting to sweat.
How long have you been talking?
About an hour and a half.
Oh shit! Let's hang this some bitch up.
Yeah. I think we got some follow up on that. I always say that, we never do, but that's an interesting one, though.
That's whatever. If anything, these podcasts. I've learned these podcasts are just good ways for us to air things out.
Yeah.
Because even as we're talking, I realize like some of the shit I'm saying is ridiculous, but
after we listen to it again.
I do think there's other tribal people that think the way we do.
Yeah, and I think I even think some non-tribal folks see some of the mess.
Oh yeah, and I think they even see themselves as players in it, and they're like, I can see why. Yeah, how we are. Like, we've had some good episodes, some good feedback. We've also had about a dozen episodes that are like, meh. But you get that. I mean, shit, even Jordan missed the shot, you know. What did they say? A dead clock's right twice a day. So.
Yeah. More to talk about on this, but you need to cool off, man.
Yeah.
Sweater making you sweaty. All right, let's wrap it.
Stop recording so we can talk about other things. I got another thing to talk about.
Okay. Stop it.